Shadows on the Ledger. Part 4. The Past Returns. This series is a dramatized exploration based on court records, public documents, and extensive personal interviews conducted during the defense investigation. While key events are drawn from real sources, some dialogue and scenes have been reconstructed for narrative clarity. This is a story about systemic failures, trauma, and how lives unravel. Viewer discretion is advised. The fragile redemption he had built was always more delicate than it appeared. The boredom of regular life, the slow, grinding predictability of it, became its own kind of prison. He began smoking marijuana just to feel something. At first, it was a small escape from the monotony. Then it quickly became mundane. The thrill wore off. That's when the real danger began. The high became familiar too quickly. Restlessness grew. He started chasing something stronger. Not just the substance, but the risk, the adrenaline, the feeling of being alive again. The thrill he was seeking wasn't just chemical anymore. It was the danger itself. What began as boredom-driven marijuana use slowly evolved into thrill-seeking. And thrill-seeking turned into drug dealing. The drug trade wasn't the original draw. It was the boredom of regular life, followed by the need for something sharper, riskier, that pulled him back in. The same survival instincts now found expression in the streets. The supplier saw him as useful because of his past and his willingness to take risks. The young man found himself working deeper in the trade. Orders came down. Handle it. The same dangerous excitement he had begun chasing through marijuana had now escalated into something far more lethal. The drug trade offered a familiar, dangerous belonging that regular life no longer provided. Then came October 20th, 2001. Tension filled the apartment. Cocaine lines were cut to steady nerves. The young man shot the rival dealer once through a blanket into the top of the head. The woman jumped from the moving car and survived. The rival dealer was killed in what the state called a cold, premeditated execution. The young man was arrested. This was the case that would bring him back into the system, this time facing first-degree murder and armed kidnapping charges with the prior violent felony hanging over him like a death sentence. As the investigator for the defense team, I would come to know him deeply during that fight. The man who tried so hard for a normal life now stood accused of the ultimate crime. I sat with him through the trial and sentencing phase. The state painted him as irredeemable. We fought to show the full context. The human cost was enormous on every side. The capital trial would be the ultimate reckoning. The state wanted death. The defense fought for life. What happened in that courtroom would decide everything. Part 5 drops soon. If this story moved you, hit like, subscribe, and comment below. What part of the return to the past hit hardest for you? Turn on notifications for the final chapter.